So Motorola's HelloUI update based on Android 15 is here. In fact, the beta has been here for a while, but this is the final stable update. And the first thing that the team was like, let's find out which version of Android 15 is better for mid-range phones, Motorola's HelloUI or Nothing's NothingOS 3.0. But here's a fair disclaimer that I want to make before we start the video, is that HelloUI based on Android 15 is currently available across devices, but there are some AI features which are specifically available only on, the flagship devices like the H50 Ultra, the Razr 50 Ultra and the Razr 50. We tried running that AI app on the H50 Pro and it didn't work. It won't work on the H50 Neo, Fusion, all of these phones either. At least for now. Maybe things could change in the future. Alright, so let's start the comparison. If you're here for the first time, I'm Arshad. You're watching Track and Take English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. Now before I start with the comparison, if you want to know when your Motorola phone will get the Android 15 update, we've given you a handy link in the description. Go and click that, you'll find out the details. As for Nothing owners, most of the phones would have already gotten the NothingOS 3.0 update or open betas are available for you to use as well. Alright, now let's start off by talking about the differences in animations, which I know is what most of you guys care about. So I'll put it out there, animations on NothingOS 3.0 are better tuned than HelloUI based on Android 15. While Moto's animations are smoothed out, they look nice, it's still not as fluid as NothingOS 3.0, and you can see that for yourself in action where we opened and closed 16 apps back to back. On NothingOS 3.0, we also have a subtle folder animation which kind of looks pretty neat. Moto has the same old reveal animation that we've been seeing for years now. In fact, we also get a new fingerprint plus charging animation on NothingOS, which are inspired by the dot matrix design. On HelloUI 15, we're still stuck with the same 3 fingerprint animation styles and the same charging animation that Motorola introduced with Android 13. By the way, NothingOS 3.0 and HelloUI based on Android 15 actually have a lot of features ported over from Android 15 itself, and predictive back gestures is one of them. This is actually one of the nicest features where you can actually see like a peek preview of when you swipe back to go to the previous screen. It is very nicely done. But yeah, overall when you look at it, NothingOS 3.0 has more visual changes as opposed to HelloUI based on Android 15. By the way, like Google added the predictive back gesture. It would be a nice gesture if you guys can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Smooth. When you compare the lock screens on HelloUI with Android 15 compared to Android 14's HelloUI, there aren't too many changes. Now when compared to NothingOS 3.0, you can actually change clock faces on both. But Nothing does come with more clock face options. You get 6 options as opposed to 3 on Motorola. However, with HelloUI, you can actually customize your clock face. You can have different styles, you can have different colors. All of this is not possible on NothingOS 3.0. But where Nothing actually does better than any other operating system that I've tested is in the widgets that are available on the lock screen. The fact that you can actually have quick settings as a widget and you can actually switch off your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your mobile data, all of that directly from the lock screen is awesome. You can also add widgets on the lock screen on HelloUI, but they're very limited both in functionality and in numbers. So basically NothingOS is better. Also on HelloUI 15, you can only add either 2 pill-shaped widgets or 4 smaller widgets, or you can add 1 pill-shaped widget with 2 smaller widgets. On NothingOS 3.0, you can expand the widget area and add any number of widgets you want to, as there are options for small widgets, pill-shaped widgets and large widgets as well. But on Motorola, you can actually change the lock screen notification style, which you cannot on NothingOS 3.0. Also, you see those 2 lock screen shortcuts at the bottom? Well, you can keep any app as a lock screen shortcut on HelloUI, but you cannot on NothingOS 3.0. There are some predefined set of tools that you can use, like for example, the camera or the flashlight, but not any app as such. Now, once you unlock the phone, enter the home screen, the first thing that I absolutely love on NothingOS 3.0 is the fact that you can add your own third-party custom icon packs, which HelloUI doesn't give you the option for. But if you're somebody who likes like a varied set of grids, HelloUI does give you more grid options compared to NothingOS 3.0. But just like the lock screen widgets, the home screen widgets are also superior on NothingOS 3.0. You get nothing-specific widgets like camera widget, quick setting widget, and recorder widget, which lets you record calls. Talking about call recording, you can do that on your Motorola phone as well, but it will use Google's very own Google dialer, and therefore it will alert the person on the other end, so that's something you have to keep in mind. Now talking about widgets, the one thing I like on both the operating systems is that you don't have to drag and drop a widget. You just need to tap on the widget and it will give you the option to add them on the home screen on both the operating systems. With respect to font styles, you get 6 font styles. Motorola has added 2 new font styles. On NothingOS, you only get 2 font styles. But one thing I appreciate on NothingOS 3.0 is the fact that it doesn't use too much of that, dot matrix font, because readability is definitely much better with the sans serif serif font, but I'm sure that a lot of people don't agree with my opinion on this, and a lot of people do want that dot matrix font. Now, quick settings in the new HelloUI are very similar to the old HelloUI. So basically, you get a split screen quick settings and a notification panel with the classic option available as well. However, in quick settings, you only get one new option. Basically, now tapping on Bluetooth will give you a pop-up to connect to all the saved devices, and you can enable or disable Bluetooth from here as well. Quick settings on NothingOS 3.0, on the other hand, has improved by leaps and bounds. It uses the normal stock Android lookalike notification and quick settings panel, so swiping down once reveals a smaller, more compact quick settings area, so you get more space for incoming notifications and it looks good. The second swipe reveals a redesigned layout with the control completely in your hands. You can change the size of the quick settings styles. You have 3 different options. Basically, you get small circle, a wide pill, and a square box. This is all pretty useful and very handy. App drawer is also better on NothingOS 3.0 compared to HelloUI. You can now pin apps to the top, plus there is a new smart app drawer which is still in beta. It creates folders based on your usage. On HelloUI 15, there is nothing new as such. You still get the option to create folders in the app drawer, but that's about it. On NothingOS 3.0, you also do get the updated gallery app. We had to actually install it from the Play Store, but once we installed it, we could see all the new features that are available. Basically, it's been redesigned, which is nice, but you also do get the option for a cutout, which is very useful too. HelloUI doesn't have its own gallery or album app. It actually uses the default Photos app, which you all are aware is pretty average. One thing we noticed with HelloUI is that you get the extra color contrast option in settings, which helps it making the buttons and icons stand out more. If you or somebody you know has impaired vision, this will definitely be helpful. HelloUI 15 also lets you clone apps now, but we noticed that only WhatsApp was supported, even Facebook was not. But if you want to actually have cloned apps, you can do that within the secure folder, but it will stay within the secure folder. NothingOS, on the other hand, has cloned apps by default, so that's pretty awesome. Now, both the operating system, like I mentioned, are very pixel-like or stock Android-like when it comes to, the kind of features that are available. So Android 15's features are available on both as well. You can now archive unused apps, where you can offload an app and the phone does not delete your app data. And if you suddenly want to reinstall the app, you can do that as well. That shouldn't be a problem either. On both the operating systems, you also need to now enter your password or your fingerprint to authenticate every time you want to change the screen timeout or USB preferences from the notification panel. There's also theft protection. So if anyone snatches your device, the device will use AI to find out that the phone got snatched and lock the screen instantly. You also get the partial screen sharing feature, which is nice. And finally, in the storage settings, you get separate system section that shows the amount of space that Android OS and the temporary files have taken. Now, if you ask me, the new HelloUI update based on Android 15 on mid-range devices at least feels like, it's just an iterative update as opposed to NothingOS 3.0, which has a lot of changes. I still like HelloUI. Like stuff like this is definitely Moto Actions, Moto Gestures, Moto Secure. All of that is very, very useful. When you compare the improvements that's been made, I think NothingOS 3.0 does it better. Having said that, I will still want to check out the flagship experience of HelloUI, because in that, the AI features could be interesting as well. Now, if you want us to do a separate video on that, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.